This is Claim to Fame. I'm your host, Kevin Morris.
My name is Michael McCrudden.
Yeah, and pretty much going to be talking about weekly discussions on anyone leading the charge in the pop culture world and pretty much figure out who and what is taking over and who has a claim to fame.
Ooh, I like the name of that.
I know. I think it goes well with everything we do. So you talk about before they were famous and after they're famous, so it feels right that we talk about what goes on in the middle and have more of a general daily situation with that.
Claim to fame. All right, who are we talking about today?
Little Pump, actually. He's apparently the #1 draft pick right now, or prospect, I guess, in terms of finessing the game, where he pretty much has somehow got out of his deal with Warner Brothers initially, and is now going to pretty much have a bidding war of himself, and now can go up with 8 to 10 million now.
No! So he was in there at like 5 or 6. He had to put out 4 albums, and he's decided to wipe his hands clean of it so that people will pay him more.
Pretty much. But he got null and voided because he's minor, and now the whole game works out perfectly for him, where on technicality, he's now going to become arguably the #1 artist of the year right now.
How much does a 16-year-old need, is for one, like that's ridiculous, and I don't know if he's not even in the XXL yet. He's not. He's got Gucci Gang, that was fantastic, but he was just on SoundCloud. He's got, what, a mixtape, that's it?
He's a SoundCloud rapper, but initially now you see how he's moving forward. He's going to just entirely dominate the game in terms of, you know, whatever Lil Uzi Vert did last year, he can entirely dominate now.
He's the new Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
So. I didn't see that charisma and potential. I just thought he was playing social media really well, being so scandalous. You know, there was like some graphic things he was doing on Twitter. He got his account shut down multiple times. And I'm like, okay, that's a great way to get kids on the school ground talking about you, then the Xanax and all that stuff. But he trolled his way to the top, in my opinion. At
the same time, not just us, but also the record companies. So now, because technicality that they messed up, he can now pretty much gain whatever he wants and have a $4 or $5 million, 4 to 5 record deal. And pretty much, even if he becomes a fad in the next 2 years, he will automatically make $2 million each year up to that point.
I think they do have it in those contracts that you have to release an album. So he'd have to put out 4 albums. Well, they could totally flop.
Yeah, totally flop. It doesn't matter to him because he'll automatically make $10 million off being a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh, why did I bother trying to be a host? And like, white guys, there's like Jeezy and there's Lil Xan and there's Mac Miller. I was rapping back in the day. I should have stuck to it.
It goes well with that. But I guess other news, probably going to move forward with Drake, who is somehow dealing with a very more impoverished situation. Whoa. And now he has a potentially baby on his way, or not on the way here now. So
what? Who's the mom?
This girl named Sophie, but on Instagram known as Sophie Knows Better. She was recently taken into posting online when she posted a picture of her on a private airplane, but nobody knew, so everyone just figured she was having the baby father, whoever it was flying her out. But it's come recently that she might have been flown out to Canada less than 2 weeks ago. So now she pretty much got probably DNA tested, and now I guess since Drake is following her now on Instagram, the possibility is that everyone is trying to, especially on Fameless, is saying that he pretty much is a baby father. It's pretty much confirmed now because it doesn't make sense that you would follow somebody who put you in a scandal early in this year. So we'll see what happens.
Was she a stripper or something?
She was a light porn star, but not really.
What?
Softcore. So.
Oh, that's the best kind. She's private on Instagram. I can't even creep on her.
Yeah, everyone's saying she's private now. She was public before. I used to have her on my account, but she's private now because I gotta assume Drake made that so. Probably paying her off to keep it private.
What? So. I need to see this girl. I remember it was on TMZ that he was out for dinner with this chick.
Yeah, he was dinner because he's trying to wipe the slate clean with J-Lo. So
yeah,
trying to clean the palette and make sure he looked like he was not even with her. Because it was right after the situation with J-Lo. So.
Oh, and he lost J-Lo for Sophie.
Ugh. But now everyone.
Why, is she not good looking?
Yeah, she's mine. She's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of people are not. From what I can gather from the internet, they're not entirely okay with her.
I found her. Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah, she's all right.
Good for she's got a beautiful body to her. She's great, fantastic woman. But I don't know. She's no J-Lo.
Yeah, and no Rihanna at all, which is ironic since this week we saw also Rihanna and Serena Williams become like best friends online now, which is surprising for anyone who knows the story of both Drake with Rihanna and Serena. It's just unlawful. You see Serena do a video for her just an Instagram post just talking about herself and just doing a wicked fun video, but to the Lemon song with NERD. So now we're seeing, in this weird week, we see Drake having potentially a baby named Adonis, and now we're gonna see his exes become best friends. It's literally, you can't write this at all. It's working out its own weekend way.
Where'd you get the name Adonis from?
That's the name of the baby.
How do you know that?
Of course I know. pop culture junkie, I have to know this. It's kind of in my situation.
You got taps on his mansion? How do you know the baby's name?
The baby's been here for like 3 months. Came in October, so now we're just figuring out how to move forward with that. And
man, Sophie, what's her name? Sophie knows better. Sophie fucking knows what she's doing because
she kept quiet too. So she pretty much she's just pretty much getting them checks.
The father, yeah.
So it's weird because now it's a situation where like. It's potentially that it could not be true, and it makes sense that it wouldn't be true, but it'd be a little awkward if Drake's just out here partying every day, but you know what's in the baby, and he hasn't claimed it like his taxes. So now we're trying to figure out.
He's also been making posts that he's been like drinking like a champ.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a little, stressed out about what's going on.
He's opened a new restaurant in Toronto, Pick 6. So he's doing all these stuff, but it's like. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how he's going to place up PR-wise in front of everybody to make sure this goes well with the baby announcement. It's either him or Kylie. We're waiting for the pictures, so we'll see what happens with that.
Wow. Drake. I'm sure he'll be a great dad. So that's the nice.
Without question. I'm sure he has I think just given his past and history, I'm sure he wants to do something with that in terms of being a good one. But it would be interesting since he started off saying initially discrediting the baby mama in general on TMZ, being like, that's not mine, she's sleeping with other people. And so the idea being now if you are the father, it's just going to be a situation where it's like, that's going to be there forever, where you pretty much denied the baby, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it happens. He's 31 or 32. He hasn't slipped up ever.
So the idea that you become the most generic story where you have a baby out of wedlock, and I would assume you didn't even see her more than twice, relatively speaking, that you have a baby out of it is just... It's a mine.
Dude's got to get it in. All right, let's hear what else is going
on. Pretty much we're in January now, so everything's moving forward into award season and the Grammys. And we recently just seen the pretty much most anticipated artist of the year, or at least album of the year for the start off would be Cardi B, and who is just entirely dominating the charts. And if there's any person who can live up to the name of the show, she's claiming her fame entirely and is entirely become lead of the pack, essentially, and now has 4 to 5 songs in the top 10. And with regard to that, she is literally going to become, with this album, just pretty much chart everything. And for someone who everyone thought was going to be a singles artist, she is literally put every single on there, and now the potential album could top charts in general. She's already leading the pack in time, Beyonce of all people.
Wow, so she's ahead of Nicki Minaj. She's ahead of Iggy Azalea.
Nicki can't do anything right now, at all. And if she did, it was just pale in comparison at all.
And there's no and then who's Remy Ma? There's no competition.
No, Remy can't do anything without Nicki. Ironically, with Cardi, she can do everything without Nicki at all. But we'll always be compared to her, ironically enough. But nobody's comparing her in the lesser. They're always comparing Nicki as Nicki has catch up to her.
Wow. So, and she's like 8 years younger, I think.
She's younger than us for sure. So.
Oh, Cardi B is gonna kill it. She'll be sticking around for a while. And that's another story about social media and like how it's allowed people to break through. I mean, she was stripping, and then she turned stripping into a social media following. Then she got on reality TV because of that following, and she was able to leverage all that to make Instagram and being viral sensation into becoming a rap star. She's just killing it.
Realistically speaking, she is, without any discrediting to her or disparaging ways which she's arguably the next generation of a Kardashian, where she is able to just adapt every aspect of herself and keep it real entirely, 100%, where no one wants to look down on her and everyone just rooting for her. She's underdog who's still making it. Everyone still wants to go for it.
Yeah, so. she definitely knows that in her work, because when she's posting the Instagram with no makeup and no bra and being like very much herself, I can tell that there's something at play where she's like, my audience wants to see the real me, and she doesn't mind showing it. And that's probably a big key to her success.
Exactly. So when people go Kardashian say they're fake, they can't with her at all. And she's always keeps it real, always keeps that essence of herself, and it's translating very well. It's crossover and marketable as hell.
Wow.
So with that leading into the Grammys, where now she got announced that she's going to be performing with Bruno Mars, which is just insane in terms of marketability of herself, where this is a girl who is coming from a stripper in New York. Again, no offense at all taken, but idea being that she is just dominating, where she can cross over to that market where people, whatever Chance was doing last year, where he became such a breakout for last year, clearly Cardi B, and I could totally see her winning and then having that moment, because that moment at the Grammys, if she wins, will just be the highlight of the whole entire show.
Solidify her for the next half a decade at least.
And for someone who already dominated 2017, for that to be the first 2 months of 2018, not including a marriage that could potentially still happen, that in the cameras and rolling that will go around that, So,
wait, is their marriage on hold?
No, I think they're still on board. She's ready. She defends it every day, saying.
Because what, does he have a baby mama drama?
Well, he has babies in general, but no baby mama drama in general. But he does have sex tape scandals.
Oh.
But she's already said that she would rather stay with him and fix it and work on it than go someone else and just get cheated on eventually at that point.
Right.
So,
but the sex tapes are from him cheating or from the past?
There's no exact time frame. I choose to believe that it wasn't, but you never know. But I think now he knows better more than ever. He's not gonna do that shit at all. So I think she's rather weather the storm, knowing he got caught and know it could potentially not happen again, rather than have an unknown person and just have it happen later on.
One of my favorite Instagram posts ever from Cardi B was like, when you're dreaming and the dick's so good, you be getting nightmares about other women, or like, you know, she said it better than that, but the idea was pretty clever. She wakes up in fear because the dick he gives her so good, some other girls are definitely gonna want that. And this is just so real.
I have no comment on that one, but okay. But yeah, I think with her, she's gonna have the most anticipated album so far. At least to start off, and with that, of course, we have other people leading in. Whatever chance comes back in the game, we have Drake's coming out with a summary coming out soon. I'm assuming since he's been working on for like 3 or 4 months now, I'm assuming he'll probably do another April launch, or at least leading into summer. And since we've seen some leaks of that already happen, and then probably whatever Kanye's doing, because Kanye is entirely quiet from his meltdown yet last year. But with that, we can see a definitely push where that happens next year.
Lots of music coming out.
Lots of music. Not even including the rappers that are coming out. So
yeah, so there's gonna be more SoundCloud rappers. I know I have a long list of like Lil Baby and a bunch of others I gotta start.
We'll get to that. Don't worry. Those videos will come before they're famous. Trust me.
Of course, we'll get to it. It's just the beginning of the year. This is actually a new project we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna sit down once a week and go over like some of the headlines and the stories. Kev's gonna be here helping me out. Anything else happening?
Nothing crazy like that, but we would just like to, in terms of the show, we want to just really broaden the audience and just pretty much talk about more of the topics that we just normally do. So again, pretty much get a headway on things. So something we talk about not just music, but also movies as well. So
Black Panther.
Ooh,
yes, I want to see that.
That is going to be I think the fact it's already breaking records in terms of toppling Marvel Civil War, Captain America. The idea being moving forward, the idea of seeing what Girl Ship did for the pretty much the Black Power dollar. The idea of that with whatever the blockbuster version of Marvel, and having those audiences combined literally puts in the forefront of just going stars literally as it reaches.
What record did it break?
It matched pre-sales for Civil War.
That's
Captain America. So the idea, the most last recent Avengers type movie, it's matching that already. So not Ant-Man or anything, but the top movie that it could do. That's crazy. Mind you, it's going in with with an album that is executive produced by Kendrick Lamar. So by default, it's gonna have not only the cool factor of music, but also the fact that whatever is happening in the U.S. with the race relations right now, the idea that every rapper is gonna support this idea that it's such a representation in the ultimate form of seeing a superhero movie with a name like Black Panther, which is already synonymous as hell with Black History, and coming up Black History Month no less. So it's gonna. In my head, I think it's going to be just insanely what it does numbers-wise. And I think for Hollywood, it's going to just be a big push. Whatever Wonder Woman did for women, I think in 2017, Black Panther would just excel in terms of African-American culture in the U.S. and the world, essentially. So
that's all. I was going to compare it to, it's kind of got a Wonder Woman origin story where, you know, you go back to his wonderful world. Yeah. But everything I've seen and the cast they have included in this is phenomenal.
80% black cast, which is unheard of, especially for a blockbuster movie. So, like I said, I've watched Blade and stuff and everything. So, those are the first black superhero movies. But this is like the first major big blockbuster movie. So for me as a child, I was watching this is gonna be just amazing.
Who's the villain in it?
Michael B. Jordan. He's playing Killmonger. So it's it's all newcomers, but it's the same guy who made Creed with Michael B. Jordan. So he's pretty much just gonna it's just gonna do what is the idea of every rapper is gonna promote it. So the idea of just not even having your own publicity for it and having the Marvel train that just goes behind it. You're gonna have every rapper promoting this and every music person just acknowledging it. And even if it was bad, even bad a little bit, they're not gonna do it anyways. So just having that natural community just drive toward it and push it and want to be successful, it's gonna make itself known regardless of what happens.
That's amazing. It's gonna show them the way.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap this video up here. My name is Michael McCrudden.
Kevin Morris.
And come back every week because we're going to talk about what's going on in the news and get into more detail about it. And this guy knows everything there is to know about pop culture. So we're in good hands.
So look forward to that. We're pretty much gonna have a lot of new things coming up. It's 2018. Just bear with us. We're gonna just see how it goes and just bring a bunch of new stuff to you guys. Just entertain you guys as much as possible. So if you can like, comment, subscribe. I would assume a question.
Oh my God, he's like a YouTuber already.
A little bit. My first time out here, but let's see what happens.
And this won't be the way it'll always look. We're gonna work.
Yeah, this is just a rough draft. Bear with us, please. It's just starting how it goes down, but.
All right. See you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Boom.